Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Wrestling Challenge Review Series for the 15th of May 2000, or I'm sorry, 1994, which is the Wrestling Challenge concept lasted into the 2000s. Wrestling would be better if guys actually had to, I don't know, learn how to sell, learn how to do things that made sense. Anyway, so this is the 5/15/94 edition. Basic stuff. Lex Luger defeating Tony Devito with the submission with a torture rack. Luger kind of losing a bit of his luster here in 94, although he's still around for almost another year, or actually a little more than a year, because he doesn't leave till September of 95. Luger, punch kicks, clotheslines, basic stuff. Also includes an interview with Ted DiBiase and Nikolai Volkov. Basically beginning the um, run of the $1 Million Man with his various options. Jeff Jarrett there against John Paul. John Paul, a regular enhancement talent for the WWF at the time, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Good work if you can get it, 250 every couple of weeks or every month or so. Sure, why not? And you get national television exposure. Jeff Jarrett basically telling the world he is great and that they should agree with his greatness. Also, a couple of, and I mean, this is a much more, I wouldn't say wrestling centered program than average, but lesser angles and all of that. Jarrett trying to get people up and talking, and Jarrett gets the DDT. Moving away from the figure four for a little while, does manage to go back to it in early 95, though. Then we go to various other options for our entertainment. Well, I wouldn't say various other options, but 1-2-3 Kid, aka Sean Waltman, is out here in a match with Quang. Quang, of course, coming in as a guy that Harvey Whippleman is presenting, and we continue to go forward there. Actually, good match between these two. Punches, kicks, both guys having martial arts backgrounds a little bit at various levels, so kind of interesting there to see two martial artists kind of going at it a little bit from different perspectives or differing perspectives, and ultimately kind of there in a meaningful and masterful way. Quang kind of knocking him around and kind of trying to get where he can get. Some big, uh, um, you know, some big shots there, and ultimately getting him where he needs to get him. They go through commercial break. This is a decent match for the time period, but also kind of, sort of a little bit overtly basic, and obviously 1-2-3 Kid goes into getting into a decent enough space there where he remains in control. They come back from commercial break, matches going through commercial break all the way here in 1994. Harvey Whippleman on the outside in a purple suit, not very happy with what is in front of him as far as things go. In terms of just, kind of being there. 1-2-3 Kid kind of hits a no water in the pool cannonball dive, doesn't get where he wants to get, and Quang manages to roll and gets things forward there, getting everything together. And then we go to the 1-2-3 Kid getting the victory. We go to the King of the Ring report. Basic that it is. Todd Pettengill lets us know that there are some people in the King of the Ring already. IRS Mabel, Razor Ramon have already qualified, and they are doing the majority of qualifiers on Superstars and the Monday Night Raw set. Roddy Piper also challenges the King Jerry Lawler to a match, which I guess was supposed to be a good thing. But the Piper and Lawler match at King of the Ring 94 never comes together as a good thing. Just isn't there, and ultimately it kind of runs around here as kind of a rough thing, and the donations from Piper go to the Hospital for Sick Kids Foundation. Kind of a weird charity, but I guess that's where they're going. Sparky Plug, aka Bob Holly, is here. He is doing the race car gimmick at the time, trying to get people to pay attention to his foray into that part of the world in terms of his interest in, I guess, the future, as it were. Anyway, and Bob Holly faces off against PJ Walker, who later becomes, as we all know, just incredible. Holly manages to get a couple of body slams, a couple of arm drags, and again the top rope knee drop. Bob Holly here in '94, if not for that gimmick, woof woof, Sparky might have been a bigger asset than he was allowed to be. The WrestleMania Revenge Tour going on post WrestleMania, and again, $1 Million Man starting the $1 Million Corporation with a man who didn't have any choices in terms of good old Mr. Volkov, and IRS eventually joins up with him. IRS and Tatanka having a summer feud, kind of a weird feud if it were, but Punch Kick and IRS manages to get things going his way. Also hits a pretty hard shot there, and ultimately manages to get a victory around the way, and pretty successful there. Anyway, as we continue to move forward, pretty basics, and we'll close for now. We'll be back with more right after this.